Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're live after 5 a.m. and we are on day 2 of our coding segments, okay? Putting in code blocks. How did we do yesterday? Was it harder than you thought or easier than you thought? Harder? Okay. If it's harder, then it will get easier as you go, okay? There is a learning curve to it. And it's just like anything else, just like playing an instrument, like they said on the video, the more you do it, easier it gets. Okay, the first time I picked up a guitar, I was terrible. I had to place my left-hand fingers on chords. I had to move them finger by finger. They didn't want to move. They didn't want to go, right? And now it's just, they go all over the place. All right. So, what do we have working right now? Let's just start at the top and work our way down. Does the red button work? Did we get the red button to work yesterday? Yeah, we did. Okay, here's the red button working. Looks like we got the take picture button, the camera button, the red button, green button, blue button. Oh, I see what's going on here. All right, so the red button works, the green button works, the blue button works. The canvas is holding the picture, but it's not letting us draw on there. Are you with me? We never told it to go ahead and paint whatever we want to paint. You with me? It's not going to do anything unless you tell it to do it. Remember, the video said you are basically programming the dumbest thing in the world called a computer. Okay? Does the reset button work? No. Has no code in it. This is a dead button, doesn't work. The camera button does take a picture and places it on the screen. That's working fine. The voice button does not work. We've not done that yet. And the share button doesn't work. So remember, this is your checklist. You're just going to go through the checklist and figure out what works, what doesn't work. The next thing in this progress is we need to teach this canvas how to paint. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Let's go to blocks. Okay, so I'm selecting colors, but I never told it to paint. So now I got to go, okay, canvas. How are we going to paint on the canvas? Who knows? What events is going to say, okay, I want you to paint? And I ask you guys this question because if you can say it to yourself, then if you can say it mentally and you have an idea of what you're thinking, then if you can think it, you can program it. Are you with me? How do we paint on our canvas? Do I take a paintbrush out and dip it in paint and draw on my phone? What does it? Okay, so I select the blue button, and then what? How do I paint? Yeah. You use your finger. Very good. Everybody hear Morgan? You use your finger, and what are you going to do with your finger? Drag it. And what are you dragging it on? The canvas. So watch this. Are you ready? Can everybody say that? I'm going to drag my finger, say it, on the canvas. So guess where we need to go look to get code? Who can guess where we look to get code? You look in the canvas. Very good. And when I look in here, what's the first thing I see? Dragged. Dragged. Do you guys see the drag event? So you want to go ahead and get the drag event. So do you guys see how I walked you through that? You got to say, what am I doing? What does the painting? Okay, it's dragging of my finger. Okay, what am I dragging on? The canvas. So then I know to go to the canvas, look for the code block I want, and voila, I found a drag event. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, next thing, I'm on the canvas, I'm dragging. What am I actually going to draw? I'm dragging, but what am I drawing, really? A what? Yeah, you're right, but you're actually really drawing a line. Are you with me on that? we're going to take our paint and draw lines with our paint. Does that make sense? Okay, if not, then this will be your first time, and you'll get it the second time. So you're going to go back to your canvas and look for drawing of a line. See that? I could draw a circle. I could draw a line. I could draw a point. Okay. We could do all that. I could draw text. You guys can have fun with this. This could be all your upgrade stuff. You want to draw a circle? You want to draw a line? So we're going to start by drawing a line. Okay? And you guys see where there's 4 parameters missing here? You guys see the 4 puzzle pieces missing? We're missing an X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Remember I talked to you about Mario yesterday? Anytime you see these coins over your head, go see what's in them. You with me? Okay. So X1, it's going to be one of these 6 right here. You don't need to go at start X, because if you do start X, it'll always come back to the same point, and it'll draw like a star. Okay? So you want to go to previous X. Go get the X. Go to previous Y. Get the previous Y. That's X1, Y1. Now I'm going to go to current X and current Y. And now you just drew a line. Okay? If you want to get crazy, go in there and put in a circle too. Draw some circles. Just for the heck of it, we can always delete this, but just for the heck of it, let's go draw some circles also. Are you ready? We can delete this later, okay? What's the center going to be? The center is going to be your previous X and previous Y. And then the radius. Let's go. I'm going to show you how to do some math random number generators right now. So let's go to math. You guys ever played a dice game before? Anything with dice, Monopoly or anything? Okay. So rolling of the dice is a random number. All right. So you're going to randomly get a radius between like 0, 1, and 20. So if the radius is 20, the diameter is 40 pixels. So remember, the screen is 300 wide, right? Okay, just for knowledge sakes, the screen's 300 pixels wide. So you can do a random number between 1 and 20. You could do 1 and 40. Well, you do whatever you want, okay? Lily, you go with that? You can do whatever numbers you want there. You do 1 and 10. They'll be really small or they'll be really big. It'll just randomly, every time you draw something, these circles will pop up all over the screen. In Canvas, just where you're drawing a line, you're drawing a circle also. So at the same time that we're drawing a line, we're going to draw some circles too. Okay? If you don't like it, all you have to do is go in here and say disable block. And guess what? It won't do that anymore. You with me on that? I never throw stuff away. I disable it. Why? Because now this is not running, right? Okay, but if I ever want to use it again, I just say enable block. Now it'll draw the circles. Okay, if I don't want it to do the circles, oh, okay. So then I'll disable that block, and now it won't draw the circles. Do you want it to draw the circles or not draw the circles? Try it both ways, right? Have some fun with it. Could be part of your upgrade phase. All right, so we're drawing on the screen now. Yes, ma'am, Lily. The radius thing is in math. Okay, if I'm going to do math, guess where the math blocks are? In the math folder, okay? So you go over to your math folder and you look for all the math stuff you can do. Okay, you could add, subtract, multiply, divide. Carets are like roots to the power, like 3 to the power of 5, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. You with me? That would be that one, carets. And then I have a random integer from 1 to 100 in there. Do you see it, Lily? Okay, so go in there and find this random integer, put it in there, and we'll get a random circle. If you didn't want a random circle, let's say you wanted the circle to be exactly the same every time. Okay, you could do this. Go up and get a number. How big you want your circle to be every single time. If I have 0 radius, that means I have no circle, right? So what size? Remember, the screen is 300. So just use some common sense. If I would do 150, it would fill up the entire screen every single time I drew a circle. Are you with me on that? That'd be too big. So, I don't know, you could do 10 if you wanted. 10 pixels. 10 pixel radius is a 20 pixel diameter. Do you guys remember doing radiuses and diameters in math before? Okay, radius is half the diameter. So if you do 10 pixels radius, then that's 20 pixels all the way across the circle. Okay? And remember, let's go look at something here, okay? Remember, this button right here is 48 pixels. So that means that's a 24 pixel radius right here. This RG, as a matter of fact, all these are, right? So all these are 24 radius circles. Are you with me? Because they're 48 pixels wide. Are you with me on that, Lily? Okay. So to give you an idea, if you do 10, well, here you can just do it right here, okay? If I went 20 by 20, okay, you can look at this. So if I would go 20 by 20, that R, that's the size of the circle you'd be drawing on the screen if you did a 10 radius circle. Are you with me on that? Okay. Is that big? Is that small? Make a decision. Okay. So what I have fun doing, okay, I'm going to go back to 48. What I enjoy is just do random, random circles. That's why I like random circles. So if you go back to random circles, so here we could do this. We could go from 0 to 24, and then if I go to 20, if it does hit 24, then it's a 48 diameter circle. It's the same size as our buttons. Are you with me? So it'll just randomly pick numbers between 1 and 24. It's like rolling the dice. Have you guys ever rolled the dice before? Do you know what number you're going to get when you roll a dice? No. So that's what you're doing here with random integer. It says, hey, pick one for me. Oh, okay, I picked Riley. Pick a number between 1 and 24. Ready, go. 17. So we'd have a 17 radius circle. It'd be a 34 diameter pixel circle. Are you with me on that? He picked it. That's what we got. And that's what your computer does. Just picks one. Okay? Good on that? All right, we'll have some fun with that. Next, let's go back. What button doesn't work yet? So now we just drew on our canvas. And let's say, hey, I don't like it. What are you going to do? You're going to erase it. So you want to do the reset button. Ready? So let's go do the reset button. All right, so we're going to go in here. I'm going to go click on reset. Click on my reset button, and what do you want to happen? Reset the canvas. So you're going to go into your canvas. Is there anything in here you think that would clear the canvas? Look through your canvas blocks. I'm going to stop doing all this code for you. I want you to start reading through here, because this is what programmers do. Do you think there's anything in here that would erase the canvas? Yeah. Boom. Go get yourself a piece of candy. There's one that says, canvas, my photo, clear it. Guess what that does? Clears the canvas. Was that hard? No, it's not hard. Clears the canvas. Boom. Done. All right, let's stay here for a second. Since we're clearing the canvas, did we put an accelerometer in here? Yeah, so let's go ahead and go to our accelerometer and let's shake it. Okay? Yeah. I can't stop teaching right now to help you, but yeah, I can help you. Okay, I will. Or Lily can help you, or what? You don't know how to help her with this? Well, here we go. So, we're back in action. We want to go ahead and shake the device like an Etch-a-Sketch. You guys ever done an Etch-a-Sketch before? Okay, you do the knobs, you do the lines, okay? And then when we're done, we want to shake it. So, guess what I can do here is I could just copy this block, duplicate it, okay? Now, I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to show you how to do your first procedure. Can everybody say procedure? Okay. This is procedures are used. Okay. Remember, I'm always teaching work smarter, not harder. Okay. This is going to take just a little bit of time, but anytime you do something and you're going to do it over and over and over again, you want to create a procedure for it. So you only have to write that code one time, and then you could use it 100, and you never have to rewrite it. Do you guys see how I just rewrote code? Do you guys see this? Okay. So, and I know this is not a big program, and I know we're only doing it 2 times, but we are gonna clear the screen when we do voice activation also. So that'll be another chance for us to use a procedure, okay? So watch this. Go to procedures. Everybody see the purple procedure box? Thumbs up if you see the purple procedure box. And I get a lot of students miss this here, okay? So you may want to just sit back and watch this for a second. There are no procedures in here. There's only 2 of them right now, the to-do procedure and the to-result procedure, okay? So what we want to do, procedures, you have to make them. They are developer created. You create it, okay? So watch this. I'm going to go get the to-do procedure, and I'm going to drag one out over here. Okay, go ahead and do that, and then just watch me for a second. Take a to-do procedure and drag it out by your accelerometer. Okay, you with me on that? All right, cool. So, procedures are created by us. I can make them. I could have a procedure to move my Pac-Man. I could have a procedure to clear my screen. I could have a procedure to start the time. I could have a procedure to reset the game. Are you with me? You just think about what you want to do, what you're trying to accomplish. I'm trying to accomplish clearing my screen, okay? So I want to say, I'm going to go into the procedure and call it clear underscore my underscore canvas. Okay? You guys see that? Clear my canvas. Guess what I'm going to do in that procedure? I'm going to clear my canvas. Are you with me on that? So make it really simple so you know what that procedure is going to do. If I was going to create a procedure that says move my Pac-Man, I would have a procedure called move Pac-Man. Just make it plain and simple so when someone reads it, they know what it's going to do in there. All right, so guess which code block goes in there? CNV myphoto.clear is going to go in there. Okay? And now these 2 are blank. See that? So what I want to do now is call this guy to do this purple block. So go back to procedures and look what's in there now. See how the procedure that I created is now in there? Okay, watch this, okay? If I would go in here and say procedure, yada, yada, okay, what's going to be in here now? Yada, yada. Okay, and now I have a procedure, I could do yada, 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 yada. You know what I mean? I can do whatever I want. So procedures are something where you create them. It's like having a robot, and now you need a robot to do something in your house. All right, so, hey, robot, I want you to do my laundry. So you create a procedure in that robot, or the robot would do your laundry. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Okay? So we just created 2 procedures, one called clear my canvas and one called yada yada. Now it's in the procedures, and now I can put whatever I want in here. What do you want it to do? I don't know. Get your idea, put it in the blocks, make it do what you want it to do. Okay? So now I can go back here to procedures and say, okay, when I hit reset, I want to clear my canvas. And I can go back here and I say, okay, when I shake it, I want to clear my canvas. And it's like a phone call. It phone calls this guy, and this guy down here says, okay, clear my canvas. Are you with me? Okay. And now I can add things to this clearing of my canvas. So let me go ahead and show you how to use text to speech right now. You ready for some fun text to speech? This is my favorite. So I'm going to show you how to do text to speech is Siri. So here's my idea, okay? When we clear the canvas, I want Siri to come on and say, boop, boop, canvas has been cleared. Okay, you with me on that? So she can talk to us so we know the canvas has been cleared. We can get some interaction. So I'm going to go text to speech, and I'm going to do a little message in there. See the little message? A little purple box. It's all purple. It's a procedure also. Okay. And then you need to go up to text. Do you guys see the like burgundy text box? When you speak something, you have to tell them the text of what text to speech. Okay, what text to speak. Okay. Yeah. All right, back to text to speech. So we need a text box. Everybody see the text? Burgundy text box. You want to go in there? And do you see the quote, quote with nothing in it? You want to grab a quote, quote with nothing in it. This is called the empty set. Okay? And now I can go click on that, and I can start typing whatever I want. Okay? I could say Mr. Richter is awesome. And Siri would say, Mr. Richter is awesome. Okay? But I'm going to say canvas has been cleared. Okay? You don't need to worry about capitalization because Siri doesn't know capital letters. Okay? So that's how you do text to speech. And now when we clear the canvas, whenever you hit reset or whenever you shake it, right? When you shake the app, it will go ahead and clear the canvas. So let's go ahead and see if this runs. Okay? And let's see if this is doing what we're telling it to do. So go ahead and take your kit tablet out. Go ahead and start your MIT App Inventor. Who remembers how to connect your AI companion? No, it's not letting me download it on that. Just use another one. Keep that there, but just use number one. There's a lot of extra tablets. So do you guys remember how to go connect, reset, connect, AI companion, scan QR code. You want to scan in your QR code. Okay. And then it should run the tablet for us. I'm going to hit pause. All right, we're back in action. So now what we're going to do is a little bit of voice recognition. This could be, you know, 1 or 2 lines long. It could be 300 lines long. It's just a matter of how much you want to put into it. So I can start by showing you how to do the first part of the voice recognition, and I'll let you guys run wild with it because after that, it's up to your imagination on how much you want to do. Are you with me? Okay. So we're going to go click on the voice button. And the voice button is going to call my speech recognizer. And you're going to tell it to get text. Okay? You're going to click the voice button and you're going to begin speaking into the tablet. And you're going to say things like, clear my canvas, clear, reset, start over. Mr. Richter's awesome. You can say whatever you want. You with me? And we have to register what you just said. Okay? So, you're going to go to Speech Recognizer. And do you guys remember doing the one up here? Remember we did the take the picture and then after you take the picture? So it's the same thing down here. You're going to call Speech Recognizer. And then after, okay, here it is again, after getting text. You got to figure out what was said after they say it. Are you with me? So how do we do that? That is now, this is your first control if statement. So you want to go to your control block and get an if. Okay, this is your first exposure to an if statement. If they say clear, what are you going to do? If they say start over, what are you going to do? So how many things can they say? Millions, right? Millions of options. And now we have to do an if statement to register it all. Okay? So go to control, get an if. Now this is going to be your first exposure to the blue morph button. Everybody say morph. Okay, or it's also called a mutator button. Say mutator. Mutator, like tomater. You know who tomater is? This is a mutator. Okay, this is a mutator button. Mutate means to what? Who knows what mutator morph means? Yeah. Lillian's mutating right now, and she's mutating into a lizard. What's going to happen to her? She's going to change into a lizard, right? Okay. And we're out of time. All right. So we will do voice recognition tomorrow. All right. Keep calm and code on. If you're having problems, what should you do tonight? Go home and watch these videos, okay?